Hi there, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT, and Oliver is here with me this morning. Welcome to our video. We are really glad you're here with us today. So as you hop on, please say hello. If you're watching the replay, if you will just type in replay and let me know that you were here to visit. I love seeing who pops in. We're going to do some crafting this morning, y'all. So excited. It's a beautiful Wednesday here in Texas. Good morning. It is just a beautiful day here. We got up early and we have been busy because Tara, my daughter, and James, our son-in-law, is going to be here tonight to spend several days with us. We're so excited. So we've been cleaning and getting things ready. Good morning, guys. Thanks for saying hello as you pop in. So glad you're here. Gonna do some crafting this morning. Just taking a quick break between our work. So thanks for joining us here. Like I said, Oliver's with me. And we are having a great day. Hope that you are as well. Well, we are going to talk today about casing. So that is a term that I hope that you're familiar with. If not, we'll talk about it just a little bit. When I first started making cards, I learned that case means copy and share everything. But I really like to use a little bit different phrasing now. I like to say copy and share with edits. Because what I find is when I case a card, even if I intend to make it exactly like it is shown, it never happens that way. So I like to say copy and share with edits. One of the things I love about being a demonstrator and being part of a huge paper crafting community is that people are so generous with sharing ideas and inspiration and tips, and we get to benefit from that. And it's okay if we see something that we love to copy it, to put our own spin on it. But even if you copy it exactly, that's okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about why you want to case. We all get in a creative slump from time to time. We have struggles. It's just hard. If you're tired, it's difficult. If you're under stress, emotional, it's difficult to create and design projects. So it is okay, and what a great tool actually to case and look at something that you love and pull some product out and try to recreate it. Now, what if you don't have everything that is shown with the project? It doesn't matter, because you can use your imagination and your supplies and you can still create a beautiful project. So that's part of what we're going to talk about today. So let's bring in our mini catalog, and on page 48 is the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. And as I was going through the catalog the other night, I found this card right here. I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see it better. It has a very interesting background. I'm not even sure how that background was accomplished. I'm not super drawn to the background, but I am very drawn to the layout. Lately, I've been pulling out my vellum and trying to use it more. And this card actually has some vellum back behind this focal sentiment, the focal image. And I love that. I think it really pulls that sentiment out and draws your attention to it. I love that you could use a piece of ribbon back behind here, or you could cut cardstock or a coordinating piece of designer series paper. So many possibilities with this layout. So we're going to create some cards today using this layout. Okay, let me get that out of the way. So this was the inspiration card that I created just to show you kind of how I took that layout and put my own spin on it. And this is a designer series paper called Tidings of Christmas. It is actually in our annual catalog, and it is a beautiful paper. We'll look at that in just a second. I decided to go with a soft, succulent card base. This also has evening evergreen in this background paper. So I punched a little tree using the pine tree punch. Love that punch. And then I used a sentiment, and I'll show you that stamp set in just a minute. I want to say, I always mess up the name of this. Perfectly Plaid is where this greeting comes from. But this is my take on that layout. I do have the vellum back here. It just kind of mutes those trees so that that sentiment really stands out. I stamped it with evening evergreen, nice bold color. And then I put a piece of the mint macaron velvet ribbon back behind there. I had that ribbon from when we did our ribbon share and had not used it. I don't know why, because it's amazing. But I used it for this project and I loved the way that this turned out. So let me show you some of the product. This mint macaron velvet ribbon, if I can get it to come, there we go. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I put that on, and even though mint macaron's not in the designer series paper, I think it worked really well. This is a little closer look at this paper. I know you guys have seen it before. It's very pretty. But with it being from, do I have more than one? No. With it being from the annual catalog, I'm just kind of afraid that it's easy to forget about. And it is very, very pretty paper. There's that pattern that I used. So don't forget about this. If you participated in the designer series paper share, or you've purchased this 6x6 pack, pull it out because it's awesome. And then this is the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. Now this one has been around. To me, it's a classic stamp set. Been around for a couple years. I love that you have lots of options if you want to stamp your trees, but I use the pine tree punch to punch out from designer series paper. These fonts are just awesome. I'm going to show you this set. I don't often do this, but I will today. Look at how stained a couple of these stamps are. That is the sign of a very well-loved stamp. I had to clean it really good to get it to stick to the block because I've used it so much, but this is a great stamp set, and I've had it in my stash for a long time, you guys. I love pulling it back out. It's one that we're going to use in our projects today, so let's get started with our first one. I decided for this one, and I've got all the components ready, that we would use this super cute Sweet Stockings designer series paper. Now, each of these cards we're making today, I have the paper, but I don't have the stamps and either punch or die that coordinates with them, but we can still make awesome projects. So this paper, if you are a pet lover, it is a must-have. It's so adorable, super sweet images and bright, vibrant colors. I love this paper. So this time we're going to use a cherry cobbler card base, and let me just burnish that right quick. All of these are the standard that I use, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we'll just quickly put a basic white layer on the inside. Now, as usual, if you love to stamp on the inside or put a little strip of designer series paper, that would make it even cuter. So, of course, do that. I tend to write big, so most of the time I don't do a lot to the inside of my cards, but that's just me. I'm going to use this pattern that kind of looks like a sweater. Super, super cute. And we'll glue that down. We'll adhere that down to the front of the card. And again, we're using our layout as inspiration from the catalog, casing the catalog. Do y'all case the catalog very often? Sorry, Oliver's little nails are clicking on the floor. So now we're down to putting our piece of vellum. Let me grab some Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm just going to, it's okay, Oliver, put a little bit of adhesive here in the center. It's okay. And adhere this down. Now, I just did a 3 by 4 piece. Hey, you're okay. Sorry, guys. Just did a 3 by 4 piece of vellum. We'll get that centered up there best I can. And then this time I decided to actually die cut with my layering circles, a piece of the Designer Series paper, and then a mat of Old Olive cardstock. So that will work as our focal image. It's a little bit different idea here. And I just have a very small border of the Old Olive just to really help this pop. And we're going to, of course, pop this up using dimensionals. Love my dimensionals. I may have grabbed too many. Is that possible? Okay, let's take those backings off. Yeah, let me know if you like to case the catalog. You know, we've got amazing concept artists at Stampin' Up, and can you imagine that that is your job, to make beautiful projects to go in a catalog? How cool is that? Let's bring in this gold shimmer ribbon. We're just going to put a little strip right across the center. So that's going to kind of act as that kind of banner across there. May need to trim that a little bit more in a minute. Yes, I think so. Okay, let's see. Put a little bit more Stampin' Seal Plus. I love this adhesive, y'all. It's so strong and awesome. And we'll just come right across here with that ribbon. And then we'll pop our sentiment on. These cute little guys. Adorable. And I'll come in and just trim this off just a little bit. A little haircut. And then I went ahead and stamped the Ho Ho Ho. And again, it's from that same stamp set. And I think I'm just going to glue this down, actually right underneath this little kitty. And this kitty has a funny look on its face. Like it is not super crazy about being down in a stocking. So it makes me laugh. But there is our first project. So another take on that layout. Isn't that adorable? I love it. Okay, let's move on. Next, we're going to use this super cute paper, and I have not used this a bunch. Again, it's a 6x6 paper stack. Now, the Sweet Stockings is 12x12. This one is 6x6, gingerbread and peppermint. It has some great images. Again, I don't have the dies for this, but it has some great images that you can fussy cut pretty easily if that's something that you love to do. If you don't love to do that, that's okay. There's other options, but really cute, and they're nice big images, bold. You've got in here cinnamon cider, cherry cobbler. I'll have to look and see what green that is, but really cute paper. Just very iconic Christmas, isn't it? Especially if you love doing gingerbread houses. I love those stripes too. So let me look right quick. Early espresso, cinnamon cider, Old Olive again, and real red, not cherry cobbler. So this time I decided to use a cinnamon cider card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Got all of our supplies ready again. And I'm going to put that inside panel right quick. I just always do this to help finish off my cards. I just think it gives it a little bit more substance, especially when you're doing several layers on the front of your card. You want to make sure that the actual card base feels substantial. Plus, it makes it so much easier to write your greeting, doesn't it? Okay, this time we'll use this cute piece of Designer Series paper. And you may have noticed I'm back to using little circles of glue in the corner. I'm attempting to scale back on my liquid glue usage because I was out of control, y'all. It really does not take very much because it's such a nice strong adhesive. Okay, another 3x4 piece of vellum cardstock. Y'all know I love our vellum. It is really high quality. Very, very nice. So again, just kind of mutes that background. That's a pretty busy background, but that helps to kind of scale it down a little bit. Now this time I thought I'm not just limited to circles, even though that's what was on that card in the catalog. I thought this was a really cool die cut, and it comes from the seasonal labels, works perfectly with this North Pole. And so let's go ahead. I don't think I'm going to use ribbon across there this time because the sentiment is long. So we're going to put our sentiment on, and it's just going to barely fit across that 3x4 piece of vellum, but that's okay. It works perfectly. Then I went ahead and fussy cut an ornament and a bell, and I just can't really decide. Oliver, you're okay. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what's up with him this morning. I can't really decide which one I want to use. I think I'm going to use this one on the inside and this one on the outside. And we're going to pop it up again using our dimensionals. This little bell is very quick and easy to fussy cut. You're okay, baby. I don't know what's up with him today. Although we've already done, oops, I put that on the wrong one. I was going to use the ornament. That's okay. We'll just switch gears here. He doesn't like the vacuum, so I've been vacuuming this morning. That could have him a little bit out of sorts. I don't like vacuuming either. So let's just pop this little ornament on here. That looks super cute. And then I think the ribbon that I grabbed is actually cherry cobbler, but it's that cherry cobbler in gold from the Painted Christmas Suite. And I think it's still going to work just fine. Just going to tie a very small knot to add to the top of that ornament. So you can probably tell, kind of designed these projects in my head when I was prepping for the video. I already had a good idea of what we were going to do. I'm not the best at creating on the fly on video, y'all. Okay, this ribbon, ooh, it's so lovely. Got some shine to it. Don't think I grabbed glue dots, so let me see. There we go. I've got a roll here. And we'll just add this. Oh, I have that straight. It's looking a little bit wonky. I'll work on it later. Add that right up there. And then the next thing that I want to do is bring in some rhinestones. And I actually grabbed, let me see which one I grabbed, if it's cherry cobbler or real red. I grabbed cherry cobbler, but I don't think it's going to matter. Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to use the brush tip to add a little bit of color to a couple of rhinestones. I don't want them too dark, so we'll just add a little bit. Be sure to always put your lid back on your Stampin' Blend really tight. Well, I've lost my take your pick tool. There it is. And we're just going to put these little rhinestones right here on our sentiment, so I can get it to cooperate, where it's got the little dots. Thought that would be cute. Yes, I like that. Okay, so there's our next project. And I've got one more for y'all. So let's work on that one next. Now this one's going to be super, super simple because the designer series paper is absolutely gorgeous. And you may already have a clue which paper I'm talking about. Peaceful Place. We used this, was that last week? No, 2 weeks ago, I think. And it's stunning, you guys. Again, I did not buy the stamps and dies. I wish I could have everything, but I can't. It is just so beautiful. But even without the stamps and dies, I'm still making some amazing cards. And I think that I'm going to use this paper to do some scrapbook layouts as well. Be perfect for winter scrapbook layouts. So this is the piece of designer series paper that I decided that I wanted to use for the front of the card. And you could almost just put that on there and send it because it is so, so pretty. This paper makes card making a breeze. So pretty, just stunning. And you know, if you wanted to step it up a bit, you could put, did I just put that? Yes, I sure did. Put it upside down. You could put a matte back behind this, maybe a basic gray or smoky slate, or even black. But I'm going to go pretty simple with this one. Now, I went ahead and cut my vellum 3 inches by 4 inches like I did on the other cards, but the problem was the way that the design of this paper was it covered up a lot of my trees. So I came back in and cut my vellum at 3 by 3 so that I could put it on and still have a little border of the trees on either side, and you can see kind of that snowy scene. So I'm going to offset it just a little bit because you know what? We make our own rules when we're casing, don't we? We're making it our own. So put that on there. And then I have the gorgeous glittered ribbon, 3/8 inch glittered ribbon, the white. And we're going to come across with some of that because, you know, you can never have too much sparkle. And this ribbon is just amazing. So we will add that. Find my snips. As I said, you know, you could use another piece of designer series paper, coordinating piece pattern. You could also use just some cardstock back behind there. Lots of options. Now, of course, we will pop up our sentiment. And this time I used basic gray. And I used the Merry Christmas sentiment again. It's just a really, really pretty one that I love so much. Get those backings off. Trying to be better about using my Take Your Pick tool for that. And we're going to pop this Merry Christmas on right over that ribbon. And then, just because we can, because we love, love shiny, we will bring in, and I've got that bell stuck to everything, out of there. We'll bring in a couple more rhinestones, and I think I'll go with the little bit smaller ones. And we'll just kind of sprinkle those on in the background of the vellum. Maybe one underneath the sentiment there. And maybe even one down in here. Okay, another card done. So look how awesome that is. So, so pretty. So many options, you guys. Isn't it great to find a layout that you love and have such versatility? I love this. I think this one's a little wonky. I'll work on it later though. Okay, I hope you enjoyed these projects. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you case one of these or if you case the catalog, I'd love to see pictures. Now let's talk a little bit about our giveaway this week. Oh, I have not really happy mail, but I got some gifts. and so I want to share these with you. We went to a retreat. It's been almost about a week and a half now that we went to a scrapbooking retreat, and Cassandra, my awesome friend, was the host, and she loves the Curvy Keepsake boxes. This was a die that Stampin' Up! Offered a couple years ago. She's kind of known for her Curvy Keepsake treats, but look at this adorable witch that she made for all of us. And she normally fills these with treats, but because of the way she designed them, she gave us the treats on the side, so we didn't have to open our little witch to try to get our treats out. Is that not the cutest? We had the best time. She was the best host. And then she also did a Scarecrow, because each of the days she celebrated different holidays. So we had Halloween a day, we had fall or gratitude one day, and Christmas one day. So here's the little Scarecrow. Again, the Curvy Keepsake box. This is the original larger die. So cute. So I love them, Cassandra. They are decorating my sideboard. There was also one for Christmas, but I'll show that to you guys later as we get closer to Christmas. Okay, let's talk about giveaways. So last week I had these beautiful faceted gems. They're super sparkly and shiny. They are going to my friend Julie Williamson from Ohio. So thank you for watching and leaving a comment. Thanks everybody that does that each week. That's how you're entered for a chance to win the giveaway each week, is just to leave a comment, react to the video with a thumbs up or heart. I appreciate your support so much. So congratulations, Julie. We will get those in the mail to you. And then this week, I have a couple of packages of dimensionals that are going to be our prize. Now, why do we have two? Because it has some significance. Yesterday was a huge day for me, you guys. I celebrated $100,000 in career sales with Stampin' Up! And probably 80% of that has been in the last 4 years or so. I've been a demonstrator for 8.5 years. I joined to get a discount on grid paper and Stampin' Dimensionals. I never dreamed that I would have a team, that I would have customers, that I would be doing Facebook Live videos, that I'd have a YouTube channel. None of that was anything in my dreams when I joined Stampin' Up! I just wanted to get a discount. I just wanted to have quality products. I wanted the coordination that Stampin' Up! Offers, and that's why I joined. And that's why probably 85–90% of demonstrators joined. So kind of to celebrate the fact that we hit that milestone yesterday, y'all, and I appreciate everyone who has ever purchased from me. Every little bit has gone toward that milestone, and I'm just so excited. So thank you all so much. So I thought it would be kind of fun to have two packages of Stampin' Dimensionals as the prize for this week. Of course, I'll draw through random draw, and I'll announce the winners on our video next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Thanks again. I just appreciate y'all so much. Your support means so much. This truly has been life-changing for me and Dale, and really for our family, to be part of Stampin' Up! And to have so many friends worldwide because of crafting. Before I go, I want to tell you, you've probably already heard, we have a huge stamp sale going on just today. It's 24 hours only, so you have to order by 11:59 Mountain Time tonight, Wednesday, October the 20th. Any of our Cling Mount stamp sets from the annual catalog are 15% off. So I think there's like 5 pages when I printed this out. So many stamp sets, you guys. So if you're looking to build your stamps, if you're looking to kind of refresh your stamps, there's everything in the annual catalog. Birthday sets, Christmas sets, there's everything, just because, thinking of you. So look through that catalog. Let me bring it in so you remember what it looks like. This is the one that came out in May. And it's hard because the way our catalog cycle goes, the mini catalog for the holidays came out in August. And so this did not get a lot of time to shine. So you may have overlooked a couple things. pull that catalog out, or you can go to my website at stampwithct.stampinup.net and you can see what's on sale. But it's today only, so if you want something, you've got to grab it. I do have a host code, and I'll post that in the description of the video when we get off of here. If you need any help, let me know, and if you need any stamps, I would really appreciate you shopping with me. Thanks so much, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again next week. Thank you.